So then, should we talk about Fusion and
so.
what Fusion is?
Yeah, Fusion started back in, I think, May, June last year.
It was, that's when we started talking about it.
We were talking to Harriet from the Business Growth Hub, and it was about supporting businesses understand how they can engage with, recruit and keep young people. You know, these are challenging times. We created Fusion. I've got our pad. We like merchandise, and it says on the front what we do. So Fusion is a program designed to help us explore, understand, and be curious about how we can engage with, recruit, and retain young people in the workplace. And that is about discussion. So we have got experts in the room to hold our hand, to guide some of these conversations. But we're bringing a bunch of businesses together to do that, who understand that, we need to look at some stuff a little bit differently.
I think it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? And I think that's kind of a really important point, in that we're bringing together all of these different kind of groups of people, if you like. So, you know, we've got employers who are really passionate about employing young people, but for whatever reason struggle with it, or they found it challenging, and they want to know more. So they're really open-minded, which is great. But then we've got the experts. We haven't just got experts who advise in HR or in neurodiversity or things like that. We do have those, but we also have people who are doing this already. So we've got employers on our advisory board that are recruiting and successfully retaining young people, so that they have their best practice already. And we've got the hospitality junior board on board as well. So we actually really have young people on the board too, because I think there's nothing more patronising to any person when you have like an expert who's going to talk about you, but actually doesn't have you in that conversation.
And we have experts, and there may be moments through the program, which is 3 days, where they do need to tell this is what you would do. But again, the premise of Fusion is based in peer-to-peer and your small business board discussion. That we've got 10 fabulous businesses who are genuinely curious about this. They're not naive. They know it's a challenge and they want to do something differently. So the nuts and bolts of this is we've got 3 days, and across those 3 days we've got 6 workshops. And that starts off with being really curious about our thoughts, ideas, prejudices, biases, all of those things. And through a series of discussions and workshops lead to, well, so what? What are you going to do? What are you learning?
And it's important to say as well, you know, there is some rigour to this, and that the whole project is going to be evaluated by York St John. And so, you know, we do have that second look at it, if you like, to make sure that we have actually implemented some real change because of this programme. And people have shifted in the way that they approach it, or they've gained something really valuable. And I think that's important.
And the programme itself has shifted, changed, adapted, evolved, whatever you want, since we first sat down and said, what are we trying to do here?
100%,
and it will continue to do that. And and then halfway through that very first workshop, we will shift slightly. It will shift where it needs to go to. So, but that rigour from York St John University is massive. And I don't pretend to understand half of it, but I know it's very important. They used the word dialogical the other day, which is fabulous. I had to look that one up. But that's just about having the right people in the room. Because there is going to be so much rich learning out of this that to do it justice, it needs that in this case, York St John's mind on this to share that.
Yeah, it's great.
Good.